Understanding, succumb to pleasure. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our channel, where we dive into the fascinating world of the English language. Today, we're going to unravel the meaning behind a commonly used but often misunderstood phrase, succumb to pleasure. This phrase is rich in connotation and can add a nuanced layer to your conversations and writings. So, let's explore what it really means to succumb to pleasure and how you can use this phrase effectively in your English communication. Firstly, let's dissect the phrase, succumb to pleasure, into its two main components, succumb and pleasure. Succumb is a verb that means to fail to resist pressure, temptation, or some other negative force. It implies a sense of giving in after a struggle or resistance. Pleasure refers to a feeling of happy satisfaction and enjoyment. It's a broad term that can encompass anything from simple joys to more intense forms of happiness and gratification. When combined, succumb to pleasure describes a situation where someone gives in to the allure of enjoyment, often implying that this was done against better judgment or self-control. Understanding the context in which succumb to pleasure is used is crucial for its proper application. This phrase is often employed in scenarios where there's a conflict between desire and duty or responsibility. Here are a few examples to illustrate its use. A student might succumb to the pleasure of playing video games instead of studying for an important exam. An individual on a diet might succumb to the pleasure of eating a decadent dessert, despite their health goals. In literature and film, characters who succumb to pleasure often face consequences for their choices, making it a useful phrase for discussing themes of temptation, conflict, and human nature. While the phrase, succumb to pleasure, can be used neutrally, it often carries a slightly negative connotation. It suggests a lack of discipline or the presence of weakness in yielding to temptation. However, it's important to note that the perceived negativity largely depends on the context and the speaker's perspective. In some narratives, succumbing to pleasure can be portrayed as a moment of liberation or the pursuit of personal happiness, challenging the notion that it's inherently negative. We hope this video has shed some light on the nuanced phrase, succumb to pleasure. Understanding such phrases enriches your English vocabulary and enables you to express complex ideas more effectively. Remember, language is not just about words but the stories and emotions they convey. So, don't be afraid to explore and use such expressive phrases in your own conversations and writings. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in our next video.